Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to another Star Wars podcast reaction video for Bad Batch episode 9, I believe, called The Crossing. We had a fantastic mid-season finale of Bad Batch last week. Wow, what a two-parter. Truth and Consequences and the Clone Conspiracy were some of the two best Star Wars animated episodes, I think, ever. They were just really, really good. So I am excited to see what we have in store for us this week. I am sorry about the lateness of this reaction video. I have been sick all this week. I don't know with what, but I've definitely come down with some bacterial infection of some kind. So I apologize for the lateness of the reaction video, but let's get into episode 9. I got my Pedialyte, so I think we're good to go, guys. I'm going to guess that there's going to be post-Echo leaving depression for this episode. And cowboy music. Really digging the Red Dead Redemption vibes of the music here. Okay, so this is another Sid mission.
Problem? The storm's moving away from us. We should be fine.
You got all that from touching the rubble?
Rekka, Omega, you're on lookout.
You three go. I'll be the lookout.
You three
All
go.
alone.
They're being spied on. Who are you?
Looks like Sid was deceived into purchasing an already depleted mine.
Keep scanning.
Or she trapped
We'll
you.
extract whatever we can.
That Sid betrayal is eventually going to happen, I feel like. This is a really cool environment. It kind of reminds me of
is going to
the
be difficult to reach.
mines
We'll need to carve out
in
a bigger
Indiana
opening in
Jones
the rock
and
to
the
get to it.
The
Temple
mineral is
of
far
Doom.
too unstable. Even the slightest friction around it can cause a destructive chain reaction.
On my way.
She misses him. You know, the music adds so much to this show. I really like the vibes of this episode. It's like, weirdly kind of feels 80s in a way.
Careful.
I really like it.
No.
I think the music is also making me feel the 80s-ness of it. This show really excels at the creative aspect of Star Wars. Like, I find myself totally immersed in these environments and these planets that they go to. Also, who is this child? Because that's clearly not an adult. Yeah, why isn't Wrecker standing near the ship?
That storm's changing course.
The weather patterns on this planet are most irregular. What is it, Hunter?
My boy's got some intense instincts. Oh.
Stop!
Little child stole your ship.
You were supposed to be on lookout. There was no one there.
Clearly that was not the case.
There has to be a way to get it back.
How exactly did you miss our ship being compromised?
Yeah, why weren't
Maybe
you
if
standing
you
by the
had
ship,
ducked it out
man?
of view, I would have seen someone approaching.
During our approach, I scanned a spaceport approximately 40 clicks south of here. Perhaps we can
40
acquire
clicks south of
transport
here.
there.
You know how long that would take?
This is what they do. They survive. They're good survivors, so they'll be fine. Do you guys see what I mean about like the music and the overall vibes and the creativity behind this show? It's just really good. It's like a strength of the show. I always forget that Hunter's like thing is that he can sense things like he's really in tune with what's going on around him. Okay, this is definite. This is like straight out of Lion King. What is this? Dude, this is like low-key. Exactly like Lion King. What is happening here? No! Don't you dare trample him like Mufasa. I can almost see how this went down in the writer's room.
What about protecting me?
Yeah, tech God.
Will all be dead.
Jump back down. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, you can almost see what the writer's room looked like for this episode. They're like, what if We Mufasa record. That would be awesome. The gorge looks the exact same too. Oh, I bet Matt loved that.
I would advise not dropping it next time.
What are you carrying?
Fine.
Fine. He's so abrupt. Dude, I'm digging the vibes behind this episode. This is fun. The environments and the music and the effects, like, on point. That thing's gonna explode for sure. Would not do that.
Where's the MCM?
Oh boy. Yep. Nice work to the animation crew on those. And, like, the special effects. That was fantastic.
So, now we are trapped. And we have lost all of our Ipsium.
Tech is, like,
I suppose that's
so
my fault
literal.
too.
Well,
Technically,
like, but he
yes.
says it, like, with the
If
kind of
we're
a
not let our
sarcasm.
ship get stolen,
Omega is not happy.
Marauder's transponder isn't relaying a signal.
it was probably disabled by the thief who commandeered it.
Tech is so
Well,
sassy.
then how are we gonna track it?
The ship's not important.
He's so
right now.
passive
We
aggressive.
need to get out of here first.
Quite correct.
The Marauder's our home. We already lost Echo. We can't lose that too.
This squad existed before Echo was a part of it, and it will exist after. What is your issue?
Whoops. Probably should talk to a kid like that. And she's off.
Omega.
I want to be alone.
Finally. Okay, you know what I like about this is we're finally getting conflict
I merely stated
between
the
them.
truth.
She already knows the truth. That's why she's upset.
That's true. Oh, don't you be passive aggressive back at Tech. There's so much passive aggression in here. But it's good. Like I was saying, like the show has needed this. Like they've all been getting along a little too well up until this point, and that's kind of bothered me. So it's nice to see some actual conflict starting to play out. Have they learned nothing about letting Omega go off on her own? She always manages to find trouble. Dude, I don't know what it is about this episode feeling so 80s to me, but it feels very 80s.
It'll take days to clear a path at this rate.
This operation would use a well-placed detonation. A small amount of Ipsium would be more than enough.
Well, we had a small amount, but somebody dropped it.
Fine. Since losing the mineral was my mistake, I will search for any potential extractions within this mine.
That's
Why
not
are
the
they like
only
this?
mistake you need to fix.
Hey!
Yeah. Go check on the kid.
Why are they like this? I love them. They're like, hey, you upset her. Go make up. God, that is a gorgeous effect.
Are you aware that you are surrounded by enough Ipsium that, if not handled correctly, could take down this entire cavern?
Then you better not distract me.
Wow, a lot of passive aggression in this episode. It's gotta be pretty dangerous, having all those vials, like, clinking around in your backpack. Don't reach too far. Miss. Yep. Jump! There he goes. Holy crap, that water. Sorry, the screen just got super dark. Holy crap. Star Wars animation has come so far. The animated water is insane now. Like,
What is it, Hunter?
see, his dad
Something's
senses are
wrong.
on. Yep, his dad senses just clicked. Maybe his special trait, like, instilled by the Kaminoans was just extreme dad sense. Holy cow, look at that animation! Look at that! That's gorgeous, what the heck? That is really gorgeous. What the heck? Go off, animation team, go off! Look at that! That is so impressive! That was them showing off, and they deserved that. Wow.
Do you copy?
How does the comlink still work after that?
Affirmative. We took an unforeseen detour, but we are alive.
Where are you?
Okay. I'm just gonna say it. I think that this episode so far has the best visual effects of any episode in this show. Like, wow.
We can use the Ipsium you mined to access it.
Unless you lost it.
Hunter, we found an alternate way out, but you will need to retrieve our gear.
Everything is changing, and you don't even care.
I am not sure how I should care about change. It is a fundamental part of life.
Echo left. Why doesn't that bother you?
I am aware that you miss him, but we have to adapt and move on.
We're a family, aren't we?
Yes. Yes, of course we are.
Then why don't you act like it?
Aw.
Echo chose a different path, as did Crosshair. I have to respect their decision.
Well, you don't have to
though
respect
it can be
Crosshair.
difficult to understand. We must carry on. I may process moments and thoughts differently, but it does not mean that I feel any less than you.
Aw. That was a good scene. I really appreciated that. They needed that moment. That was really good. Oh, I liked that. I liked that a lot. Also, Wrecker's scream interrupting was actually perfect.
So bad?
I can't get over that water, though. Like, actually
He
insane.
gets to blow it up.
If the shot is not precise, it will cause another cave-in.
Look at that! Look at that animation! Holy frick! Look at that. That's literally gorgeous. I was gonna say, if the episode ended there, I was gonna be so confused. Like, that would have been weird.
I'm tied up at the moment. You'll have to figure it out yourselves.
This is gonna lead directly into her betrayal, isn't it?
All right. Give me a few days and I'll see what I can do.
We don't have enough rations to last a few.
She just hung up on
What do
them.
we do now?
We'll figure it out.
Dude, she's...
Like we always do.
She is up to something. Also, I love that mantra. That's something that I've started to say to myself recently. Look at those luscious locks blowing in the wind. Oh, don't tell me this is where it's going to end. It's not going to cut off here. It's totally going to cut off here. Love how they carried out the thunder at the end. Okay. Well, I really enjoyed that episode. That kind of felt like super short, but the highlight is finally the Bad Batch have some conflict between each other. I mean, Matt and I've been talking about this in our breakdowns of this show. Is one of the things that's been bothering us up until this point is the fact that the Bad Batch are all really like good characters by themselves, but like the episodes really haven't allowed for like that much conflict to play out. Like prior to this episode, it's just been a lot of like Echo being like, Hunter, we need to do more. And Hunter's like, okay, but that's not a priority. But they never like carry it out throughout an episode and like let it breathe and be a problem. So it was really nice to actually see the Bad Batch have conflict between each other, because sometimes I feel like they get along a little too well. So I would definitely have to say that the conflict actually being brought to the forefront with Echo leaving and how that makes their dynamic shift a little bit was really nice to see. Also, the animated effects in this episode in particular are some of my favorite that they've ever done throughout the season. Like the water alone was just flippin' phenomenal, and like the lighting and the environments. The whole vibe of this episode felt very 80s to me, and I really liked it. So far, I'd probably have to say that this is my favorite, and I hate saying this word, filler. I don't think filler is the right word, but as far as a side adventure quest, and as far as an episode that happens immediately after the mid-season finale, I think it makes sense. Seeing them trying to cope with, you know, the loss of Crosshair and now Echo and how that changes their dynamic. I thought it was a nice follow-up to the mid-season finale, but yeah, Matt and I will break this down. I have a lot of thoughts on just the Bad Batch's dynamic in general. But I enjoyed that episode. I thought it was fun. I had a really good time with it. The music is incredible. Animation's incredible. Nice to see some character dynamic play out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be our breakdown of this episode. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop a comment with a question or a theory, because the best question or theory of the week will win a free Another Star Wars Podcast t-shirt. So if you want a chance to win that, make sure you drop a comment, question, or theory about Bad Batch or about another show. It's not exclusive to anything, any particular Star Wars project. So make sure you do that. Follow us at TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at *Star_Wars_pod. Make sure you check out our breakdown video of this Bad Batch episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.